as jy dink SMS is dit duur en lieg net weer vir my. En sê jy sweer ons sal in kontak bly. Sê jy sweer, sê jy sweer. Steeds sit ek nog hier. My nommer is nog steeds 084 2111854. Ek weet nie vir wie ek die kwaadste is. Is dit vir jou wat als vir my beloof het? Of vir my wat als geglo het? Sê my, staan jy een keer in 'n dag? Een gedagte aan my af? Of het jy al klaar van alles vergeet? Wat ek onwillekeurig nog steeds weet? Sweer jy sal verlang? Net weer een keer aan my dink, al is het ook per ongeluk. Sweer jy is so bang? Sal jy vir my, please kom my stuur as jy dink SMS, as dit duur en lieg net weer vir my. Sê jy sweer ons sal in kontak bly, ek gaan genuine verlang. Meer as een keer aan jou dink aspres. Ek is so verskriklik bang om weg te gaan. Ek probeer die trane vermy. Ek het nie soos jy gelieg nie. Ek wou regtig in kontak bly. Ek wou regtig in kontak bly.
I can hear that all the way from here, and it sounds amazing.
Man. What a voice.
Noah Milan, she's here with us all throughout the morning. Do you detox?
In terms of food, yeah. I try to. Now it's time to detox.
Perfect. Because after the break, we're talking about the healthiest ways to detox with Dr. Darren Green.
Exactly, especially after all the festive eating, that's for sure. And then talking about eating healthily, something I think magical coming your way in the kitchen. Protein pumpkin pancakes. All about the triple P. Yeah, man. So it's packing a punch. It's gluten and sugar-free. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Stick around, that recipe after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's your Tuesday morning. So good to be hanging out with you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Quickly taking a look at social media. We put up a post. You can see Katlejo is busy there with his phone sharing something. We are talking about sharing your health goals online? And do you feel that by doing so, it'll help you stick to those health goals? Let us know, hashtag Expresso Show. We'd love to know your opinion. And on that note, we're talking detox.
I think it does. Sharing this stuff, well, I don't know, puts pressure on you. You know what I mean? When you're sharing like your health tips, oh, I want to look like this, and then puts pressure on you.
Which can also be a good thing.
Absolutely.
Now, we've just wrapped up the festive season and the unhealthy eating habits that come with it. But if you're looking for a crash diet, then we've got bad news for you. There is no such thing, apparently, as a detox. Our bodies, apparently, they detoxify themselves, filtering toxins through the liver, kidneys and intestines. It's just like a whole thing.
Yeah, that's how the whole expulsion happens through your urine, your bowel movements, your breath and your sweat. Yes, even your breath. So say no to detox binge. You can't get a pill or like a snap thing that works like that. You need to actually work on it. So here to help us unpack what we need to do to make sure that we are getting enough of the right nutrients to function at full capacity, especially at this time of the year, combating bloating, fatigue, poor memory, and a host of other things. Of course, our trusted medical professional back again on the couch for 2019, Dr. Darren Green, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Look at that jacket. Absolutely stunning, signore.
Good morning. Good
Dr.
morning.
Darren Green, looking like a superstar this morning. Is this your 2019 vibe?
Thanks. You've got to try and dress yourself to get that energy in the morning at the moment. You know?
Yeah,
man. You got
that kind of gets you into that.
That 2019 glow.
It's coming through. It's coming through heavy. Well, listen, you and I were in the makeup room, beauty room together earlier, and you kept saying to me, Thabiso, there is no such thing as a detox. What exactly do medical professionals mean when you guys say there is no such thing as a detox?
Okay, good
question. Have I been lied to all my life?
No, good question. So the word detox basically refers to ridding the blood of toxins.
Okay.
Right. Now, in terms of detox diets and a detox comeback and so forth, people misunderstand that undoing a month or 3 months or 3 years of bad habits doesn't happen in your nice 2-week cleanse. Neither does it happen when you drink the 2 liter of salt water when you go to the sea over the festive season.
People do that?
Have you seen that? People always go home with a 2 liter of salt water.
To drink.
To drink, and then they drink it slowly. And then but that's ridding your body, once again, of all its impurities. So people do that. They're taking laxatives.
Yeah.
During this time?
Yeah, I used to take laxatives.
Yeah, some people
because I was forced.
Was it castor olie?
Yeah.
Yes.
So people try all sorts of things to rid themselves of toxins. But, you are incredibly, magnificently created to actually rid your body of its own toxins. If I tell you that the amount of water that the kidneys filter a day is like 180 liters is incredible to get rid of these toxins and secrete them, and that your liver can cope with even the abuse that you give it sometimes. The younger you are, the quicker it actually repairs itself. But it can deal with even drinking alcohol 1 unit an hour without significant damage to the body.
Do not try this at home.
No, so I'm just making people aware of the fact that the problem comes in when you exhaust those compensatory mechanisms, then you start getting dire consequences, obviously, the different organ systems. But the gut and the GIT, the gastrointestinal tract, the most important thing for absorbing and digesting your food, is a very, very complex network of multifactorial things that enable a healthy environment to absorb the good stuff and to get rid of the bad stuff. So looking after what they call the microbiome is crucial to good health in terms of naturally detoxing your system.
You know what? You're so brilliant to listen to and to feed off of and absorbing information. I literally feel like we need to have an organ appreciation day. Like, we need to find all the significant organs in our body, and then one day just like focus on like liver appreciation day for people to learn what the liver is, what it does for you, and how to take care of it so that your body can... You know
dedicate a whole show
It's all because of you, Dr. Darren Green. It really, really is.
The body's amazing.
Listen, we're going to come back in a couple of minutes, and we're going to start talking about healthier alternatives to these detox binges that people are going on and trying to just like juice this and juice that to clean up what they did over December in 3 days. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Sorry, it doesn't happen like that. Yeah, exactly. Stop now. We'll be back with Dr. Darren Green shortly.
Yep, it's that time of the year again where we start thinking about eating healthily after the festive season. Right now we are joined by food blogger and chef Zora Booley with us. And we are making something absolutely delicious. I think she's speaking my language this morning. Zora, thank you very much for joining us once again.
Pleasure.
Pumpkin protein pancakes.
Yes,
it
we are
sounds
doing that.
delicious. And it's not only gluten and sugar-free, but it's packed with protein
It's
as
packed
well,
with
which is
protein,
great.
yes. We're trying to get ourselves back into that swing of eating healthy and starting the new off with a bit of protein from the egg whites and from the protein powder, and then some natural puree.
I love that, but I want to see how because something about pumpkin in an ingredient like breakfast, even milkshakes, I'm just saying, it's good. Pumpkin is a good addition, all right?
Great.
But we're keeping it very healthy.
We are keeping it very healthy, yes.
Okay, cool. Let's put it together.
So let's do this. So I already whisked my egg whites a little bit.
Okay.
So they're kind of already done. You don't have to get it too stiff, just fluffy enough. So this is totally fine.
Okay, so just aerate it nicely.
Exactly. We're just going to do that. Now we're just going to add all our different components. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my whey isolate protein powder.
Brilliant.
So this
Do you have to go with it, because this is obviously vanilla.
This is vanilla.
Can you go with any other flavor that you would like?
Yes, just whisk that through. Yes, you can do chocolate, strawberry is really nice, but if you want a nice plain flavor, so the pumpkin can go through, we're going to use that. And then we've got our cinnamon and nutmeg to give the spices a bit of a flavor.
I mean, those flavors obviously works very well with pumpkin.
So beautifully, yes. And then we're going to add our rolled oats, which is like a very good carb. It's going to keep us full for most of the day.
Yes.
So you're not going to be snacking on things that you shouldn't be snacking on.
Low GI, we love it.
Exactly. And then last but not least, this is fresh pumpkin puree. I like to just sort of steam it and then process it myself.
Yes.
So then it's just fresh right in
you
there.
know exactly what is in there.
Exactly, yeah. You could buy it from the store if that's what you want.
That's it.
And just to top it off...
Look how quickly this mixture comes together.
It's like really quick. You can even put it in a food processor altogether to make it even quicker if you're running late on time. And we're going to be using some coconut oil just to fry everything in and get that nice coconutty flavor coming through.
Well, you take it away. I want to see how this goes.
Sure, yes.
Brilliant. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, I think it's a great way to start your morning. The keyword is breakfast. SMS that to 33728. That's breakfast to 33728. Right.
Okay, so it's got that nice flavor coming through.
Okay.
And now we're just going to make like a little mini one.
All right.
Know? Just like a whole spoonful. It's about 80 mils. So I'm just going to put that in. And you can top this with whatever you like. I use caramelized bananas, which gives it a really, really nice flavor.
So you would just fry that off like you would a normal pancake or flapjack?
And yes, that's what we're going to do.
Here we go. This one. Let's put that up there.
That's the one. And they're nice and thick, and they're going to come out really, really light. And you can have, I usually have about 2, 3.
Oh, really?
Because they're very light. The egg whites makes it very, very light. So that's what we're looking at,
But there's what I love about it, there's no extra hidden weird ingredients in there.
No,
it's straightforward.
It's that simple, yeah.
It's flavorful. And look at how beautifully you've made this with a caramelized banana and some what are these, walnuts?
These are walnuts. You can drizzle some honey over, as you can see. There's some raspberries that you can add. Anything that you really feel like that'll help you sort of, wake up and feel fresh in the morning.
Look, I'm going to get in here.
Let's do it, yes.
Because this, like I said, you are speaking my language.
And it's nice and filling. Like, you'll taste it's really filling. Like, after 1 or 2, you're good for the day. You can eat again at lunchtime.
I'm calling dibs. This is my breakfast. Glass of orange juice, and you are sorted. Dora, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
I love this idea. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, like I mentioned, the keyword is breakfast. SMS that to 33728. It will be on our website as well, expressoshow.com. But I think a great way to kickstart your morning if you're thinking about starting to eat healthily and looking at those breakfast alternatives. Yes, protein pumpkin pancakes. Yay. Zora, thank you very much. Yay! Breakfast to 33728.
Okay, we're back again with the good doctor, Dr. Darren Green, back on the couch for the first time in 2019. And addressing a very relevant topic from a medical point of view, detox, because that's what we want to do. You've been doing the most to your body over the festive season, and now you're trying to get rid of it, trying to start the year fresh, right? Yeah. So we said that detox binges do not work.
They don't.
They don't. Your body is designed to cleanse itself with all the wonderful organs that are inside. So if you're looking to help it along, Dr. Darren Green, what are the healthier alternatives to detox binges?
Yeah, so what are the effects? I mean, weight gain is one. People feel swollen, they feel bloated. Their digestive system has been treated differently over this time. You're suddenly consuming foods and drinks that are not your normal run-of-the-mill stuff. So whereas you normally would have a cup of coffee and some oats in the morning, in the holidays, you're having leftover roast turkey, you're having roast potatoes from the previous night, the pizza, whatever was on the braai.
And the quantities.
And the quantities. So the gut is really, really deconditioned, and you need to get it back to the normal routine. So, yeah, sure, going back to healthy eating is not detox as such. It's just going back to a normal, good, healthy habit in terms of that. So remember, it's not all about weight control and weight management. It's about seeing the role of food as fuel to fuel your activity and your mind and your brain and your skills every day in terms of what you need to perform. Whether you're a professional rugby player, athlete, or a presenter, you need the sharpness. So you need brain food, you need good habits, you need the sleep, you need all that. So the process of detoxing your body naturally actually implies just making good lifestyle decisions, and there's some practical tips for that.
And it sounds exactly like that. It sounds like this is a major lifestyle adjustment that you're speaking about. What are the benefits, for example, when it comes to sleep then? Or how important is sleep in, I don't want to say detoxing, but in getting our bodies to do what they need to do to cleanse?
When we hit the end of November, everyone is close to burnout. So they're like people in cages or dogs in cages wanting to be let free. And then they're let free on freedom of time, sleeping late at night, partying a bit, socializing, where you've been starved of that social interaction, for example, and then it's pedal to the metal. And that's why, obviously, we then, instead of resting during our rest and vacation period, we try and catch up on all the things we normally miss in our lives. And that's why the mechanisms become, you're actually exhausted. You need to recover from your holiday. and that's what happens. So, you know, just understanding sleep specifically, it helps with focus, it helps with memory, it helps with attention span. It gives your immune system a chance to rejuvenate, to be ready to fight off, obviously, the onslaught and opportunistic infections, and obviously gives you a general sense of wellness in your body, because sleep is essential for you to actually order things in your brain and to prepare for the next day.
Let's talk about the other benefits that one can expect from making these lifestyle adjustments and switching over to healthier choices, whether it be with your activity during the day, not being so sedentary, perhaps quitting smoking, drinking less. We're talking about dry January early on social media, things like that. If you're doing it all right, what benefits and changes can you expect to see in your life?
For sure, longevity. In terms of your aging profile, you will age quicker if you consume food that causes inflammation and food that builds up toxins in the body. If you're not, for example, looking after yourself in terms of dehydration, sun exposure, which happens over this festive season, you're going to start looking like a dried out prune and your skin's going to change. From the sun exposure, you're going to have premature aging. You're going to look older than what you are. I don't know if you've noticed, when people drink a lot of alcohol and they struggle with fluid balance in the body, what happens? They swell quite often in their faces as well.
What's commonly known as puzza face, right?
Yeah, basically.
And that's not just from lying. That's not from just lying on one side of the face for too long a time. There's a lot more to it than that. So just understanding that's quite important. And I think understanding water in terms of flushing, looking at the color of your urine can also help. And then obviously your meals in terms of more vegetables, good vegetables that aren't really high in high GI sugars, and amount of fruit that we consume. We think we're doing so well by consuming copious amounts of 100% fruit juice. And then there are 15 teaspoons of sugar in your big glass of fruit juice every time. So people need to be educated. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm trying to be all about the green plates and clear liquids.
Here we go.
It's a difficult mission to embark on, but it's a possible one. Well, listen, Dr. Darren Green is with us this morning talking about that healthy adjustment to our lifestyles as we get into the new year. And after the break, we're going to be talking about getting yourself ready in terms of going back to work and going back to school for your children. So how to manage that lifestyle factor and make sure that they're fresh and, I don't want to say detoxed, but you get my flow after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday morning, and that means we have the good Dr. Darren Green in the hot seat to chat all things medical, taking care of our bodies, especially this time of the year. We've had a crazy festive season. Perhaps you slept less than you should have. Perhaps you drank more than you should have and fed more than you should have. So now you're trying to detox. You're trying to get your body's pH back to the right kind of level so that you can do your best at work, at school, and kill those goals for 2019. How to do it? Well, that's why he's here to help us understand.
So a lot of us are going back to work. A lot of us, or some people, are going back to school as well. How do you keep that, how do you keep that very healthy lifestyle at work and at school?
You can't go and bombard your 5 or 6 year old with you know, the same mental intellect that you would educate an adult on. You've got to downplay it into story form, into character form. You've got to make those broccoli sprockets, you've got to make them boompies and explain life and antioxidant qualities and iron and all that in them. You have to do that with children to have buy-in. It's like any rewards program on a card. When you go, you need to, people need to really buy into what the reward is. And if they understand the benefits, you need to break it down. Same with adults and patients that smoke, for example. You know, and if you teach a child that what he's putting in, what happens to it once it enters the mouth and where it goes and how it gets absorbed and what it's going to help with in terms of the skin, the hair, the nails, all that kind, and the fiber, even producing poop. A child must understand that poop needs to come out. And having fiber and soluble fiber in a child's diet important.
Absolutely.
So understanding the difference between high sugar cereals versus oats in the morning for children. You can explain that in child's terms. You know? And
imagine your child loving that.
And the lunchbox around your children and other parents must buy into. Tuck shops at schools are major challenges. Parents must stand up to the school governing bodies and make really, really bold statements in saying, we don't only want a sugar factory at school. I mean, at my kids' school now, they've actually abolished the tuck shop completely. And there are people that provide healthy alternatives to the children that can be ordered on the day or the day before. It's as simple as that. But parents need to put pressure on the system so that your child's surrounded by other children whose lunchboxes look similar to that.
And they can do swap outs. So I'll have your red tomato for my...
that.
Okay, we've got a caller on the line right now. From Durban, good morning.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Very, very well. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking with Doctor from Durban.
Oh, this is Doctor from Durban. All right, talk to us, Doctor.
Morning.
Morning, Darren.
Good morning.
Morning. My question is, I need a proper planning of eating simply because we are working 12 hours a day. We are starting as early as 6 o'clock in the morning. We're finishing late at 6 o'clock, and still at home they are waiting for us for a supper. So I need a proper planning.
Oh, that's brilliant, brilliant. So he's working a 12-hour shift, 6 to 6.
Yep.
Proper planning in order to take care of the kids' nutrition and the family's nutrition.
Failure to plan is planning to fail with any decent, you know, ruk jou reg or body improvement. So what you need to do is obviously plan your breakfasts, plan, for example, a healthy alternative in the morning, something quick and on the go. If you used to getting up a half an hour before leaving home to get dressed, showered and leave, it's really, really tough because you need to then imagine you need the dry oats in a container to take with you to work, to just throw some boiling water over it and leave it for 2 minutes before you can actually eat it with some almond nuts or an apple or whatever. Cinnamon. You can really, really dress it up beautifully. But in terms of the planning for work, I mean, I used to work 12 to 16-hour shifts as well. I understand your pain. So what I want to say is if you don't make an effort to take things with you, you're going to support the local shop at the hospital or community day center that you're working at. And the alternatives there are not great. You're going to have lots of Simba chips or, you know, lots of crisps. You're also going to have lots of, you know, carbonated water drink, fizzy drinks, because there aren't low sugar things available. You can speak to the management of those things if you don't want to take lunch of those institutions to help you better. But generally, taking a decent sandwich on rye bread, whole wheat bread, peanut butter, for example.
And
Yeah.
Maybe on Sundays when you are cooking that big family pot, make it extra size, freeze it so that during the week you do have lunch and dinner taken care of.
Yeah.
Breakfast, obviously, like you said, alternatives like just normal oats, water, banana, almond.
That's
it's a good breakfast.
The GI index, the glycemic index, the sugar content, and how long it keeps your blood sugar going at that level, for example, is very important. Whole wheat bread, rye bread, much better than white flour products.
We have to let it go now.
Yes, we do have to put a pause to it. But we've got part 4 coming up. Right, we're going to chat to you some more. The news right now with Ewan.
Just after 7:30 right now, let's quickly take a look at your news headlines. Starting off with your national news, some National Student Financial Aid Scheme applicants whose applications were initially declined and are currently under review are concerned that processing delays could cost them their education. And South Africa has emerged as the 59th best country in Forbes magazine's Best Country for Business ranking for 2019 and the best in Africa. The UK ranked first for the second straight year on the strength of its workforce, innovation and lack of red tape. Making international news headlines this morning, the Department of International Relations says it has taken note of developments in Gabon. Earlier, junior army officers in an unsuccessful coup attempt had taken control of the state radio station and declared that President Ali Bongo was too ill to continue leading the country. And vast numbers of blue bottles have been washed ashore in Queensland, Australia, stinging thousands of people and forcing the closure of the heavily populated Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast beaches. More than 2,600 people received treatment. And finally, Nali Bali, the nationwide Reading for Enjoyment campaign, is giving away 20 mini libraries fully stocked with storybooks in various languages spoken in South Africa to children for the 2019 school year. Every library is bilingual in a bid to support multilingualism and to help children build a strong foundation in their mother tongue as well as in English. Research shows that children who read for pleasure do better in all school subjects, including maths. Nali Bali's aim is to spark children's potential through reading and storytelling. And with that, we leave you news headlines. We'll expand on those stories at the top of the hour.
And a quick look at news from the sporting world tonight. It is 2nd versus 15th in the ABSA Premiership as Chipper United travel to the Orlando Stadium to take on Pirates, and kickoff is at 7:30. Now, last night, 7-time FA Cup winners Liverpool were knocked out of the tournament as they suffered a 2-1 loss to Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux Stadium. And finally, round 7 of the 4-day franchise series wrapped up across the country yesterday as the Highveld Lions beat the Dolphins by 9 wickets, while the Warriors pulled off a 216-run win over the Titans. And that's a wrap-up of the major sporting headlines.
Thank you, Kat. Off to your traffic right now in Gauteng. Boysens, there is a stationary vehicle on the M1 northbound at the Crown Interchange causing heavy delays. Please allow for extra travel time this morning. And if you are in the Western Cape, Lansdowne on the M5 northbound, there is a felt fire before Beckley Road. The left lane is currently closed and causing delays. Please find an alternative route. And the Central Line, all Chris Hani trains will terminate at Philippi due to power failures caused by vandalism. Commuters are advised to make use of an alternative mode of transport between Philippi and Chris Hani this morning. The next report at 8.
Right, let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures for your Tuesday. We've also asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world, and you can do so by posting those pictures on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Pastel Guy sent us a beautiful sunrise from Utrecht in KwaZulu-Natal. Pastel, thank you very much. You can expect partly cloudy conditions in your area with an afternoon shower or even a thunderstorm expected, reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. But definitely a beautiful picture. Pastel, thank you very much for taking the time, and have yourself a wonderful Tuesday. Your temperatures for the rest of the country: Polokwane starting off on 19 minimum, reaching a high of 30. Mbombela 19:30 as well. Pretoria 16:28. Johannesburg 15:27. Mahikeng 19:33. Klerksdorp 17:30. Kimberley 22 and a high of 37 degrees. Very hot in Kimberley today. Bloemfontein 16:31, Richards Bay 22:30, Pietermaritzburg 17:27 with some rain expected, Durban 23 and a high of 27, Mthatha 17:28 later on today, East London 20:27, Cradock 16:34, Port Elizabeth 19:26, George 16:21 with the rainy conditions, Sutherland 11:28, Cape Town 18:24, Worcester 15 and a high of 30, Springbok 11:26, and Uppington on 16 and a scorcher as well. 39 is your maximum. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7:30 bulletin. We'll bring you a final update at the top of the hour.
You're still hanging out with your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Dr. Darren Green is with us. We're talking about getting into a healthy lifestyle for the brand new year and how to maintain that going forward. And earlier on, we spoke about, dispelling the myths around detoxing and finding healthy alternatives and healthy ways to do it. And I think right now, let's sort of switch the attention over to families, because that becomes very, very important. Practical tips for families to do this together.
I think families, just after having a holiday together, suddenly realize the importance of maintaining the family, looking after your safety and your health. And to prolong that, you need to look at what you're putting into your body, what fuel you're using. So I think everyone's mindsets are geared at living longer and enjoying more of these memory-making times that happen over the festive season. So first things are routine, routine, routine. Every family that's a successful family has routine. They can't wait for things to happen randomly and by chance. You need to plan your children's mindsets the day before about what's going to happen on the Saturday morning. We're going to do the park run. It's a 5-kilometer walk. We're going to go out to an estate or a park in the middle of the city where we live, and we're going to actually do a walk together as a family, have breakfast together. It's outdoors. It's just getting active. It's not necessarily hitting the gym and running on a treadmill or lifting weights. But it's a start. So don't aim too far. Think of short wins and think of a habit forming for yourself and for your family. Yeah. And you've got to make it, attainable. It can't be a dramatic, far-reaching goal for yourself as well. Don't say you're going to run 10Ks on Saturday if you haven't been running for 6 months. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to injure yourself. You've got to condition yourself slowly. So the routine is important. I think the discipline regarding planning around meal times, eating out less, because it's difficult to control what you eat when you eat out. Sometimes there are limited options at the restaurants you go to. Planning to eat at home more is great for your budget for the new year in January, and for your pocket. And then looking at what you put in, whether it's going to actually promote your energy levels and your concentration for longer or not. And remember too that starting the year is tough. It's really tough to get back into that routine, and we need it.
We're going to call her right now. Denise on the line from Cape Town. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, Kat. How are you?
Very well. All the better for hearing you right now. Chat to us.
Thanks so much. Doctor, I'm a heart patient, and I'm on warfarin. And I must stay, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. I must stay away from too much leafy greens. Can you suggest something else for me to eat?
100%. So
thank you, Denise.
She speaks about being on warfarin, which is a blood thinner, anticoagulant, and certain foodstuffs, specifically things like cranberry juice, things like broccoli, actually potentiate the effect and working of warfarin. They make your blood even thinner, which give you the risk of having spontaneous bleeds. So we aim for an INR, which is a viscosity or thickness level of solubility in the blood between 2 and 3 in warfarin patients normally. And those foodstuffs can up it. So you would focus on other vegetables, certainly. There are quite a few. Just understand that the medium GI to high GI vegetables are sweet potato, butternut, pumpkin, and those kind of things. The green vegetables are certainly lower in sugar than most of them. That's why they're so healthy. But in your case, you'd have to look at the balance of not consuming too much, or look at more rigorous monitoring of your levels. If you are on that diet, you might need to check the levels of the thinness of the blood, so to say, at a more regular interval.
Okay.
Thank you, Denise.
We hope that helps a lot.
Great question.
And Denise, by the way, you know that Dr. Darren Green is on social media at Dr. Darren Green, and I'm sure he'd be willing to engage with you further regarding your questions. Man, I love talking to you. Medical Tuesdays are amazing. And
thank you.
Thanks for coming back in 2019, man. Looking forward to more health chats in the weeks to come. And good luck with that natural detoxification of your body. We need to take on schools. Schools need to ditch the tuck shop idea, and we need organ appreciation day, I think.
Yes.
Yeah?
And look who's joining us, Linda from Travel Start. The lovely Linda, she's here. She's going to be talking about how to still go about traveling during January, maybe even after you spent your budget during the festive season. It's okay, we're going to sort you out. Also coming up after the break, Zoe meets the cast and the masterminds behind Mortal Engine, that brand new sci-fi movie. Stick around for that. If sci-fi is your genre, then this is the movie you need to look out for. We'll be back just now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Tuesday morning and we welcome you back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Thanks so much for choosing to start the day off with us. We hope you're having fun and certainly feeling those feel-good vibes. JP Sebastian back again on the hot seat. We're talking Golden Globes. The 76th annual Golden Globes took place yesterday in the early hours of the morning. Like
That's
3 o'clock.
South African yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And he was sitting up watching it for us so that he could bring us the best of the best.
The devotion
We love it.
of it all.
This is the first awards of, like, there are probably about 12 more that we'll be talking about until the Oscars on the 24th of Feb. So
You're going to be really busy.
But award season is exciting. There's red carpets. There's
I have 9 lives. I can sleep when I'm dead.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Do you enjoy award season?
I'm one of these people who, and probably there's some element of you guys and the viewers too, who are like this. Like, you go, it's all corrupt, and they always get the wrong answers, and then like, I'll never watch it, I'll boycott it, and then like the Olympics or like the World Cup, you're just like secretly like, no one will know, even though it was such a stick in the mud, I'll watch it anyway. So it's addictive, man.
Yeah,
like,
it really is.
Although the thing is, can you ever compare 2 pieces of art next to each other? You probably can't.
really tricky.
But it's thrilling enough. Like, how do you compare Black Klansman to Bohemian Rhapsody? They're 2 different stories, 2 different walks of life, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But
And
at the
this
end
year
of the
we've seen some it was really interesting in terms of the nominations that took place there. I mean, some really strong contenders. So every
Topical
one of
stuff
them-
comes through, race,
Absolutely.
gender, etc., etc.
And so that makes it really difficult to sort of,
How do you say whose subject is more important?
because all of them are.
Absolutely. And
All movies matter.
okay. I'll contend that black movies matter. But anyway, like the thing is, however, like, and so there's another thing. I think this is a mistake people make. You know, someone wins Katlego, and then they go, that must mean Tabito's the worst because he came second.
Which is not the case at
No, everyone deserved to be there. I think let's talk about some of the categories, though.
Let's do that. Yeah, best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. Who did that go to?
That went to, for the favorite, that was 5 nominations they got, and one of them was for this, Olivia Colman. She won for being Queen Anne. It looks like a completely bananas movie. We only get it in South Africa, I think, in 2 weeks' time. But it's got all sorts of like clout behind it, all sorts of people going wild for it, including Rachel Weisz in the background, who you can see there, and Emma Stone, who are also cast in this, who Olivia Colman called her, and she was quite sheepish about saying it in a speech, she called them her bees. I can't say the word, her female dogs.
I thought besties, bro.
Yeah, I thought like beehive, like, that didn't make sense. Charlize Theron was also nominated, and I was really hoping that she would win it.
No one is wrong for being there. No one is wrong for
tell you,
winning. Like, all of these actresses were especially strong in this category. So, but Charlize, I love that she's constantly doing something different in all of her movies.
Yeah. And then if we move over to the best performance by an actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy, there was Christian Bale, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Viggo Mortensen.
Putting so much accent on everything.
After Lin-Manuel Miranda, you got to say Mortensen. Robert Redford and John C. Reilly. Who was the winner there?
Robert Redford, we spoke about earlier this morning. He did not take it, surprisingly, I suppose, because he's going to, I thought, because he's retiring and all that kind of business. However, Christian Bale, surprise, surprise, the guy who goes through these major transformations in the movies, he's either like putting on 40 kilos or going stick thin. In this one, he became Dick Cheney.
But he's normal now. That's amazing. How did he do that? That's crazy.
I worry about this guy's kidneys, really. Like, he's not doing his body any good by gaining the kind of weight he does. But he must have secret powers, because one of the people that he thanked in his speech, which was one of my favorite moments of the night, is he thanked Satan.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. That doesn't make sense. Do you understand what that is about?
Absolutely, and that's why the crowd cheered. So he's thanked Satan for the inspiration for the character of Dick Cheney, who was the ex-vice president of the United States of America, who is a war criminal and lied about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq so that he could kill in excess of 200,000 Iraqi people, and still is not in jail today.
We see the association there.
And so someone got political, and Christian Bale rightly thanked Satan for for inspiring the evil character that Dick Cheney is.
All right.
His family did not like it on social media, by the way, but I don't think Christian Bale cares. He's rolling in gold.
I mean, the irony of his name being Christian as well. Best motion picture, musical, or comedy. Who was the winner there?
So this went to Green Book. which Mahershala Ali won for supporting actor. Those categories, I couldn't talk about all of them, obviously.
Yeah.
We love Mahershala Ali. Green Book, however, is a controversial movie to win because, you know, speaking about all lives matter and that kind of thing, it's great that someone wants to tell a story about two races, a white person and a black person, like meeting together, crossing bridges and building, you know, breaking down walls rather than building them kind of thing. But after its win, social media has been abuzz with stories about how the family of one of the characters wasn't actually contacted for permission. And I mean, this is a story, the Green Book, by the way, it's a horrifying little thing. It's something that an African-American man made this book of where is safe for black people to stop in the south of the United States, in America, without being lynched. Safe the restaurants, safe garages, all that kind of stuff. And so this is an important movie set in the 60s, Civil Rights America, and they put a white character at the front, and Mahershala Ali takes a back seat to watch, you know, it's such an important political time and story, but maybe it's good enough that people are trying to talk about these stories where people should be working together, spreading some love rather.
And I guess that's the question. Do people go, maybe it's good enough versus, but, you know...
Whose story were you telling?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to there. But okay.
And so at least Black Panther was nominated. Didn't win anything, unfortunately. But
you can't say at least Black Panther. I don't know. Just on that train of thought, you can't say that. But anyway, so
like $2 billion.
Those were the best performances of actress and actor in a motion picture, and of course, best motion picture, musical or comedy. Can we do some more chat later?
Absolutely, okay, yeah. Cool. I've still got like 2 hours to stay awake.
Stay here.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, JP, from all the Golden Globe action. We're sticking to the movies right now, and if it's sci-fi that you're after, then you're in luck, because there's a brand new, exciting movie on the horizon called Mortal Engine. Now, our girl Zoe flew all the way to the US to meet the masterminds behind this creation. It's Philippa Boyens and Peter Jackson.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted with what I saw last night, seeing Mortal Engines. And I mean, you guys were the ones that bridged that gap, bringing the movie to life. I think the big question I want to know from you is how difficult was it to unpack it, to, you know, what do you include, what do you exclude for the viewers?
Well, I mean, I read Mortal Engines about 10 years ago, the novel by Philip Reeve, and in fact there's 4 books, and I read all 4 of them in a row. Yeah, this is just the first one, and there's a life story of Esther Shaw, wonderful character. But when we're adapting a book, you really just have to remember what it was in that first time you read the book. What did you love about it? What made you excited? What made you emotional? What is it about the characters that you really love? When we're working on the script, you have to restructure the story because the structure of a film is different to a novel. But you have to always remember what it was in that first time you read it, what you loved, and make sure that ends up on the screen. I
was a student of politics, and in the movie, for a brief moment, I thought, oh my goodness, is this what Brexit's going to be like?
Well, it would be an interesting Brexit, that's for sure.
Like literally, physically.
I wish Brexit would be like this instead of the rather boring thing that it's turning out to be.
But I want to ask you, how much of the current world did you take into consideration when sculpting this world that's 1,000 years away?
You can't really, because you have to realise there's a lag of about 3 years. So when you're writing a screenplay, you know, the film isn't going to be seen for 3 years. So you can't really look at the headlines and the, of what's happening in the world when you're writing a script, and because it'll be, you know, old by the time the film comes out. But however, you know, Philip Reeve, the author, wrote a story that has a very well thought out, layered society. You know, crazily original, really fantastical, but nonetheless it's very believable in its own way. And so because it's believable, it means that we can see, you know, the reason why it's believable is that it has echoes of today's world. Not the headlines necessarily right now, but certainly, you know, humanity and society and political systems. You know, it has to have all that stuff to make this world feel like you can actually, you know, feel that it's a real world. It has to be something you can relate to.
You could have chosen any destination in the world to shoot this film. What is it about New Zealand that you have a soft spot for?
It's our home. I was born there. I mean, I know it's a silly answer, but it's actually the truthful answer. It was. It's a country that I was born in. I've liked living there. The studio's 5 minutes away from our house. I can get in the car, and I'm in the studio in 5 minutes. No traffic lights, no rush hour, and so it's a wonderful way of life just to be able to live in a country where you're born in, that you love living in, and then to be able to do what you also love for a job, which is to make films. It's a very, very, very lucky.
To create magic. And Philippa, what do you hope the audience will take from Mortal Engines?
Oh, I hope they take that it was a fantastic adventure, and I think that they fall in love with the characters as much as we did writing them, and they get to see the incredible performances on screen by, for example, Hera Hilma, young actress from Iceland who plays Hester Shaw.
Your mother told me.
I don't think there's necessarily a message underneath it all.
Well, there's strong female characters though
too.
Yeah.
I think it should.
Yeah.
That young women understand this is this in a way. This is for them.
I mean, it looks like a boys' film, but it's not just a boys' film.
Not just a boys' film. No. We've had a lot of feedback from young women who are loving it. So that's awesome.
Because the strongest and most dynamic and interesting characters in the film are all female, really. There's about three really
great
strong female leads, which is unusual for these types of films. So so we're very, very pleased about that.
Congratulations on a fantastic film, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And there you have it. Take a look out for that brand new movie, Mortal Engines. Now we're going to be taking a very quick break. When we come back, we're going to help you to book a holiday from your holiday. And I think that's a great idea to help you rid yourself of those post-holiday blues. And then we'll also have another epic performance by Noah Milan this morning. Stick around for that one after the break.
Summer loving happens so fast.
Yeah, baby. Yes, the holidays may be over, but that means we're back for a new year.
Join us every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. to get the jump start you need for 2019.
We continue to bring you the best in breakfast entertainment.
Come hang out with the Mzansi's most energetic live TV crew.
Catch us on Expresso Morning Show right here on SABC3.
The stage is yours.
Werkelijk is. Ik het doen. We're unsure, aching for the blade. That's okay. We're insured. Getting away with it all messed up. Getting away with it all messed up. That's the living. Ooh, getting away with it all messed up. That's the living. That's the living. Are you aching for the blade, honey? That's okay. We are insured. Are you aching for the craving? That's okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3. It is that time of the morning where we get to give you more of that feel-good factor. I mean, we've been going through our social media feeds. We've found some really cute videos, some funny ones, some interesting ones, some awkward ones, and it's time to share them with you.
Yeah, this is your daily dose of feel-good. So check this out. Dogs. I love dogs. I'm more a dog person than a cat person, but this very excited dog who gets very much in tune when his owner sings a very familiar song. Take a look at this.
If you're happy and you know it, do a spin. If you're happy and you know it, do a spin. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do a spin.
That's why dogs rule, because you can't teach a cat to do that.
No, you can't teach a cat to do that. I mean, Zoe tries, but you'll never get that
so
sort of
cool.
reaction from a cat. But listen to this, all right? Learning new sounds, and we all like doing that. We explore sounds and all of that, but it doesn't matter how old you are. There's something that happens when you get into a tunnel, you hear a new sound, you know, an empty room or even a cave. You can't help but hoot into the air for the sounds to echo back, right?
Well, I love that. Yeah, acoustics are a beautiful thing.
Yeah, check this out. She is just intrigued and amused by it all. It is the cutest thing.
Like the best part of I think children is watching them learn new things, and then because to you it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like for me right now, if Phoenix can shake his head.
Yeah.
He can do this, but he loves it so much because like he'll look at you and then you'll say something and then he's just like. He doesn't know what it means, but he likes doing it, and then you appreciate it so much more.
The amusement of it all, just how they get into it, and it's a new thing altogether. Oh, man.
Yeah, your daily dose of feel good. Share your feel good with us all over social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And of course, when you do so, use hashtag Expresso Show so that we can find it.
Right, thank you very much, guys. 8 o'clock, let's quickly take a last look at your news headlines, starting off with your national news. Some National Student Financial Aid Scheme NSFAS applicants whose applications were initially declined and are currently under review are concerned that processing delays could cost them their education. The applicants are part of hundreds of first-year and returning students who have started the hashtag NSFAS Failed Us movement on social media. The NSFAS says the applications have been declined because the students all have a household annual income of more than 350,000 Rand. The NSFAS has since started to review the process. And South Africa has emerged as the 59th best country in Forbes magazine's Best Country for Business ranking for 2019 and the best in Africa. South Africa is followed by Morocco, Seychelles, Tunisia, Botswana, Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana, Egypt, Namibia, Senegal, Zambia, Cape Verde, and Nigeria. Despite the uncertainty surrounding Brexit, the United Kingdom ranked first for the second straight year on the strength of its workforce, innovation, and lack of red tape. And making international news headlines this morning, the Department of International Relations says it has taken note of developments in Gabon. It says South Africa's mission is monitoring developments in Libreville. Earlier, the Gabonese Communications Ministry said authorities had launched a manhunt for a fifth man after arresting 4 soldiers who attempted to seize power. It says the situation is under control and the coup attempt has failed. Junior officers took control of the state radio station and declared that President Ali Bongo was too ill to continue leading the country. And vast numbers of blue bottles have been washed ashore in Queensland, Australia, stinging thousands of people and forcing the closure of the heavily populated Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast beaches. More than 2,600 people received treatment and about 13,000 stings were recorded in the past week. That's 3 times more than in the corresponding period last year. Dr. Lisa Ann Gershwin, an expert with the Australian Marine Stinger Advisory Services, said a really weird run of strong winds and heat spells had brought on the blue bottle invasion. Although blue bottle stings are painful, they are typically not life-threatening. And finally, what South Africans wouldn't do for a piece of biltong. During a recent episode, an audience member asked Trevor Noah, SA-born host of The Daily Show in the USA, if he had brought back a souvenir from his Christmas trip in South Africa. Noah owned up he had actually been nabbed eating biltong over a trash can close by the customs desk, as it is illegal to bring meat into the USA. But, said Noah, this was biltong and you just do not waste biltong. And on that very honest note, we end this newscast for your Tuesday morning.
Well, from biltong to some sports news for you to chew through. Yeah, tonight it's 2nd versus 15th in the ABSA Premiership as Chipper United travel to Orlando Stadium to take on Pirates. Now, the Sea Robbers are flying high in 2nd place on the log with 28 points, 5 behind league leaders Bidvest Wits. In contrast, Chipper find themselves in the relegation zone after 2 wins in 16 games has left them with 12 points. Tonight's match kicks off at 7:30. In other football news, 7-time FA Cup winners Liverpool were knocked out of the tournament last night as they suffered a 2-1 loss to Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux Stadium. Raul Jimenez and Ruben Neves sealed the win for Wolves as Liverpool continue their run of failing to make it past the fourth round under Jurgen Klopp. Now, the round 4 draw of the FA Cup took place last night where Man United were drawn against Arsenal, Man City will take on Burnley while Spurs travel to Crystal Palace. And finally, round 7 of the 4-day franchise series wrapped up across the country yesterday, where the Highveld Lions and Warriors came out victorious. In Durban, the Lions pulled off a 9-wicket win over the Dolphins as they successfully chased down the 46 runs required after the home side were bowled out for 319. In other results, the Warriors beat the Titans by 216 runs, while the Knights and the Cobras had to settle for a draw. And that's a roundup of the major sporting headlines this morning.
And a final look at your roads this morning in Gauteng, Linwood. There is a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound after the Groove Plus interchange obstructing the emergency lane. Please approach with caution. And still in Gauteng, Diepkloof on the N1 eastbound. There is congestion between Chris Hani Road and Patrick Road due to faulty traffic lights. Please be patient on the roads this morning. And off to the train lines, Northern Line. All Wellington trains are rerouted to operate via Monte Vista due to defective tracks at points at Elsie's River and vandalism between Belleville and Thornton, and manual authorization of trains at Wellington. Delays of 15 to 20 minutes can be expected. That's where we leave your traffic for this morning.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Right, let's quickly take a last look at your weather and your temperatures for your Tuesday morning. And we've also asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. You've done so. So a quick thank you to Lillian Hunter for your sunrise from Durbanville in Cape Town. Thank you very much, Lillian, as well as Trevor Johnson for your amazing sunrise picture from Cape Town. And lastly, Pastel Guy for your bold sunrise from Utrecht in KwaZulu-Natal. Thank you very much for your pictures. And I do hope that you guys have a beautiful day. We'll continue sharing more of your pictures tomorrow morning. Right now, taking a look at your temperatures across the country. Polokwane is starting off on 19, reaching a high of 30. Mbombela 19 and a high of 30 as well. Pretoria 16.28. Johannesburg 15.27 with thunder showers expected. Mahikeng 19.33. Klerksdorp 17.30. Kimberley on 22 minimum, reaching a high of 37 degrees. Bloemfontein 16.31. Richards Bay 22 and a high of 30. Pietermaritzburg 17 and your maximum 27 with some rain forecast. Durban 23.27, Mthatha 17.28, East London 20.27, Cradock 16.34, Port Elizabeth 19.26, George 16.21 with rainy conditions for your Tuesday. Sutherland 11.28, Cape Town 18.24, Worcester on 15 minimum, reaching a high of 30, Springbok 11.26 and Uppington on 16 and a scorcher of 39 degrees later on today. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Tuesday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right, it's time for some music. And man, have we been enjoying the ever so talented singer-songwriter Nermal. And hopefully you've been doing the same as well. She's about to perform for you again, a song called Tattoo.
Honey, you play that chord again, babes. Come here, come towards me. I wanna breathe you in, I wanna breathe you in. You cannot tell me you've forgotten just how good it feels. Ooh. When I breathe you in, when I breathe you in. Because I wanna stand, turn into a 3-year fall. I know you know it's not gonna get any better than this at all. I got my old school jacket, I got tattoos on my arms, I got love for you, dear. I don't care if it's wrong, I don't care. Leave your mark on me anyway. I ain't got a whole lot to offer, but a mouth lips will be the magic marker. I'll analyze your skin, I'll analyze your skin. And if the waves are tired of crashing and they don't want to break anymore, my heart could fill in for them if they decide to quit tomorrow. I got my old school jacket, I got tattoos on my arms, I got love for you, dear. I don't care if it's wrong, I don't care. Leave your mark on me anyway. I ain't got a whole lot to offer, but a mouthful of truth. When your heart's under your collar, I can make it rain for you. I don't care. Leave your mark on me anyway. I find it kind of humorous, you know, how you cannot even look at me properly. I know you crave that sweet, sweet day when you'll take off my old school jacket and come back into my arms, and we'll make it good. We don't care if it's wrong, I don't care. Leave your mark on me anyway. I ain't got a whole lot of offer, but a mouthful of truth. And when your heart's under your collar, I can make it rain for you. I don't care. Leave your mark on me anyway. Oh, leave your mark on me anyway. Thank you so much.
Noah Milan,
Thank you
man.
so much. What a performance.
Wow.
My gosh.
That was powerful, man. Thank you very much. No, that was moving. It was moving. It really was.
Love your work, homegirl. But not you, her, sorry. But listen, we're going to take a quick break. After the break, you may or may not know that Lion's Head is closed. But after the break, we tell you what other hiking trails to go onto.
Exactly. It's closed for maintenance, but we'll give you the full details. And just a little bit, Princess, please can I have a sandwich, my love? Thank you very much. Breakfast time. Listen, we're also talking about now the fact that it's January, the holiday rush is over. How to book your holiday from your holiday. It is possible. Stick around. We'll chat after this.
Can we share this?
Maybe.
Try the new McCafe Low GI sandwiches. Cheese and tomato, chicken club, and cheese and tomato chicken roll. Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe.
my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday morning. We're live, large, and in charge, baby. Listen, the holidays are still here, but they're coming to an end very, very sadly. Of course, the end of the summer season, or the holidays thereof. But the summer season is still here, and you can continue to enjoy the warm weather in your free time. And whether it's going for long drives along the coast, taking in the sights, or hitting the beach, or hiking trails on the weekend, we're going to savor every single moment, and so we should. However, there are a lot of people that don't know that a very popular hiking trail, in fact, Lion's Head, is closed in Cape Town, and it's closed for maintenance until the 15th of February. So if you're worried about where to go for a quick nature walk, where you can relax, we're going to share with you 3 of the best hiking trails that you can enjoy in Cape Town until Lion's Head reopens. So don't worry, there's still lots to do.
That's right. Here's the first one. It's called Platteklip Gorge, okay? It's probably the second best known hiking trail in Cape Town after our beloved Lion's Head. It's not an easy trail, I'll tell you that, by any means, due to the upward slant of the trail. But you won't be skipping leg day with this trail. That's for sure, I can tell you that much. Now, the gorge provides a direct route to the summit of Table Mountain. So at the end of the hike, you'll be rewarded with an amazing view of Cape Town.
Absolutely. And maybe it's about time that we do start exploring all of the other beautiful hiking trails all around, like Chapman's Peak. Now, for first-time hikers or people out there just looking for a quick, lightweight trail, then Chapman's Peak is relatively short in distance, coupled with an easy enough terrain that makes it good for first-time trailers. So go check that out. Spend a few hours out there. Oh, look at that. Soak that in.
I know.
That is beautiful.
It's beautiful. Okay, now, Bobbejans River Trail. This trail is a little way outside of Cape Town. It's located in Bainskloof Corner Lodge. Bobbejans River Trail is a scenic trail that takes you above Bobbejans River and ends at a majestic waterfall. This is the perfect trail for summer as it crosses the Veta River, where you can take a dip in the river's cool water to cool down during the hike, which you probably might need.
Yeah, and listen, there's a lot more beautiful places, and you know, just outside of town. I mean, obviously, for those that are really adventurous, Table Mountain is still itself quite a challenging hike as well, and many hikes around, not just the one that takes you to the very top, where the cableway would have taken you. There's from the back. I mean, there's kilometers.
There's many ways to tackle it.
Yeah, hundreds of kilometers of hiking trails all around.
Do you hike a lot?
I don't, but that's one thing that I want to do more of this year. You know, I want to take the little kid around and have him breathe in the air. But that's going to take a lot of planning.
Keeping this baby busy.
I am. I have to. He's got lots of energy. He needs to be kept busy.
Yeah, that's good.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
All right, so the festive season has just passed, and we've all been running at 100%, entertaining friends and family, and participating in all sorts of fun holiday events and activities, and I hope you enjoyed it. But it might seem like you've not really had that much of a relaxing break because you were so busy. And if you feel like you need a holiday after your holiday, then look no further, because Linda Baum, one of our favorite Travel Start gurus, is here to tell you exactly how you can make that dream holiday a reality. Linda, happy 2019. Welcome back.
Same to you. Good being back, hey?
Can't believe we're into 2019 already.
Isn't
it's
it terrifying?
Crazy.
Week one done.
It's terrifying.
Week one done. 51 weeks left of this.
Oh, goodness. Here we go. Start the countdown.
Yep,
Listen,
it's happening.
so I feel that, you know, if there's one way to rid yourself of post-holiday blues, it is to book a holiday from your holiday.
Amen.
You have to get that plan in place,
You do.
right?
You do.
But then we also have to take into account that it is January.
Yeah.
You know, so people
Christmas
need to...
has happened.
It has happened.
Yeah.
But I actually prefer taking a holiday this time of the year when the mad rush is over, right?
Completely. Honestly, you can get 25, 30, 40% cheaper holidays in the quiet season than you would have paid for in December. So, you know, it's amazing. Everything goes on sale now.
So what would you kind of recommend if you really want to have a bit of a relaxing break after the mad rush of the festive season?
Okay, I can assume that there has been, as you said, there's been family, friends, everything. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
You know, mum's being in the kitchen cooking. Crazy. So for me, when I think relaxing, I think someone else is doing the cleaning and the cooking, and that side's looked after, or at least it's very simple. So you want to go somewhere, and to one person, it may be lying on a beach in Mauritius, and it's an all-inclusive holiday. You don't have to lift a finger. But to someone else, it could be hiking in the Drakensberg and you found this nice little boutique hotel, or it could be skiing in France. But if you can get something that you're passionate about, where someone else is doing the hard work, and even, dare I say it, we love our kids, but let's be honest, after school holidays, let's, you know, maybe give them to a kids club or something. Then now's the time to look at that, because there really is the best deals that you'll get all year coming in over the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely, and if you have the parentals around, let them take care of the kids, and you go on the little breakaway.
Grandparents are there for a reason, aren't they?
Exactly. Listen, let's highlight some of the beautiful, relaxing spots that you can look forward to in South Africa with regards to travel deals.
Okay, I'm going to just be a little deep and meaningful here. If you speak to a tourist or anyone who visits our country, they will say that our country is the most beautiful country they've ever been to in their lives. And it's true. But you know what? I think it's time that we all fall in love with our own country a little bit more, and I think we will if we see more. So there are going to be amazing domestic deals coming out airline-wise, or hire a car, use your car, and just get out of the main cities, get to the winelands. You can stay for under 1,000 Rand a night in the vineyards. I mean, seriously.
Beautiful.
You can, I mentioned the Drakensberg. Kruger National Park is our greatest gem. Or Pilanesberg, you know, 2 hours out of Joburg. Just my advice is get there. There are deals everywhere. Jump on our hotel site, on TravelStart's website. Just make it your 2019 goal to see our country.
Absolutely. I think that's brilliant, because like you said, you know, you can delve into so much and you can take different routes and different things. We've got so much to offer.
We've got so much
but
to
of course, there's the allure of traveling internationally as well. So what can we expect from that, especially during this time?
Okay, so I suddenly had a little thought about, my gosh, you know, I want to see the world and I want to get out there. And I did this when I was in my early 20s, and now it's like, it's back again. And coach touring. And I know some people may cringe, but you know what? Europe is huge. And if you want to go see 8 different countries, 17 days, and pay less than 1,500 Rand a night for a lot of inclusion, see the best places in Europe, do it. You're getting more bang for your buck. You're getting someone else making the decisions, but at the same time, you're seeing so much. And you can do the same in Asia.
I like that,
And then, you know, you decide, actually, Paris is my thing. And then you go back. When you see you'll see we'll have a sail to Paris, and then, you know, next year go to Paris. But right now, see as much as you can.
Exactly.
At a cheap rate, a good rate, I should say. And it can be an epic 2019 for you.
Look at you. Look at you getting us excited already.
I'm excited already.
I'm sure you've got your plans in place already.
Iceland, baby. Iceland, we are going to Reykjavik this year.
Linda, thank you very much for joining us. And once again, I do hope that for you and your entire team, 2019 is going to be an incredible year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah, looking forward to that journey with you guys.
Let's get people in the air, hey?
Let's get people in the air. I'm first in queue. It's fine.
Yes, you are. Definitely.
Travelstart.co.za, just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways. So log on to that website, travelstart.co.za, and book your holiday from your holiday.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
All right, so here's a little something for all of you who like traveling out there. It is, after all, Travel Tuesday, and very recently, the top 10 best cities in the world for 2019 list was released. And so we thought that we'd start our Where in the World guessing game for 2019 with the city voted at #1. So wait, don't cheat, okay? Don't cheat. We're going to give you some clues. We're going to show you some pictures and hope that you can then use your geographic and travel smarts to try and guess our mystery destination. Let's see if you can get it without cheating.
That's right. Okay, so this morning, we're looking for a city in Denmark that sits on the coastal islands of Zealand and, what's this? Amager.
Amager.
Yeah, famous for its theme parks.
Yep.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, so the city is home to the famous theme park, the Tivoli Gardens. The park is so popular that some people visit the city just to go to this park. The park is the second oldest amusement park in the world, the first being the Bakken, which can also be found in this city.
This very city is also home to a famous sculpture of a very famous fairy tale character, the Little Mermaid, which was created by Edvard Eriksson as a tribute to the author Hans Christian Andersen, who lived in this city.
The city is also the capital of the happiest country in the world, obviously Denmark, accruing the World Happiness Report conducted by the UN in 2013, and on a worldwide happiness scale from 0 to 10, this country had an impressive rating of 7.6. That's how happy people are in this country.
Wow, I want to. Wow. Okay, I almost said I want to move there, but I love it here. Okay, so listen, the next clue is one of the primary modes of transportation in this city is cycling. Nearly 50% of the city's population use their bicycles on a daily basis. Now, the city was also built to cater for bikers and cyclists, with separate lanes for bicycles on large roads. Wow.
So not only are they happy people, but they're healthy people as well.
Fit.
Oh, I hated saying
They've got
happy.
great legs.
I hated saying happy people right now. Just. Anyway, can you guess our mystery destination?
Yeah.
So go on to our social media platforms and, of course, hashtag Expresso Show, and let's see whether you know where in the world.
Yeah, man, would love to know. We're looking at some of those pictures. I think I have an idea, but we'll reveal that answer a little bit later on. Right now, we're going to be taking a quick break. When we come back, more of the Golden Globe winner actions, and also we're taking a look at the fashion that went down on that golden carpet. Stick around for that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Summer loving happens so fast.
Yeah, baby. Yes, the holidays may be over, but that means we're back for a new year.
Join us every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. to get the jump start you need for 2019.
We continue to bring you the best in breakfast entertainment.
Come hang out with Mzansi's most energetic live TV crew.
Catch us on Expresso Morning Show right here on SABC3.
The stage is yours. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. We're back with JP Sebastian talking Golden Globes. It's, of course, awards season, dude. We were just talking now. There's lots happening from now up until the Oscars.
To come. And then we're going to talk about some of the winners here. I'll just say to the viewers is that the Golden Globes notoriously isn't the best predictor of the outcomes at the Oscars. So just because you won a Globe, like so for Best Drama, for example, at Golden Globe, there's a 50% chance you become the Best Drama at the Oscars.
Okay.
So
it's a 50%.
Thereabouts. No, and for real, that's like statistically speaking. Yeah. So if your actor didn't win here, it's not the end of the road for them.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm still reading. I'm a big fan of Bradley Cooper, man, and I see he didn't walk away with it.
So you watched A Star Is Born, and
that's the thing. I'm talking as if I actually did not see it. But I've been following it very closely in terms of the waves it's been making.
And you can tell, though, the dude is he's the kind of guy who immerses himself, like, from head to toe. He actually cares about work, like making labor of acting, not just picking up the check and leaving kind of thing.
Exactly. No, he's brilliant, man. But yeah, listen, but let's talk about some more winners, specifically, I think, focusing on the drama
Yeah, we just chatted about comedy and musical. The Globes are so weird, man. These splits are confusing for a lot of people. Like, which other categories do you add? Like, why isn't action there or something? Like, why is musical with comedy? Is that comedy is worse than drama? But whatever, that's another debate for another time.
Yeah.
So, leading female for a drama.
Okay.
There were so many names here that I could have put in this category instead, but all of these women are strong. Good grief, can the world believe that Glenn Close beat Lady Gaga? I think that, I don't know, there are probably police on the streets right now trying to calm the Gaga fans. I'm trying not to step on stones and get myself killed. That's
clearly very surprised.
That's the face of a woman who knows she might get murdered by a Lady Gaga fan. But wow, so she was in The Wife. Oh, JP's moving around in the chair again. This upsets the camera people. He's got so very still.
Still, JP.
Sorry. So The Wife is what she acted in. She was just the strongest feature of that entire movie.
Yeah.
Like the movie itself, quite plain kind of thing, but Glenn Close, if you're a young actor and you need to take tips from anyone, that whole movie is like a lecture. She is a masterclass in acting. If I could do the slow, angry blink she does, I'd win every argument. But yeah, all of those ladies who were there, this is a dumb thing that we do as well. Just because someone won, we assume, oh, that must mean everyone. We must trash them. Like,
exactly.
No, all of those actresses are so good. Lady Gaga was excellent. It was so weird that she didn't win.
Yeah.
But maybe right that after such a long time, Glenn Close gets...
Yeah, look, like you rightly said, I mean, I think the divide is so small between all of them. They are all unbelievably good. Let's move on to Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture.
And so the pickings...
For drama, yeah.
There were some names that I might not have included here as well, because there were so many good performances last year, and some movies that were totally excluded. Blind Spotting, which is on circuit at the moment in South Africa. Sorry to Bother You, which hasn't come here yet. But we have seen this one, Bohemian Rhapsody's Rami Malek. Yes. Walked away with Best Lead in a Drama. You look like you're not too sweet on the idea.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised.
Guy was incredible. Have you,
Dude, I've been just following everything that's been happening around the movie. I'm yet to see it, but I've been looking at some of the behind-the-scenes footage and how he approached the role and what he did to step into Freddie Mercury's shoes.
Gestures that he does. Dude. The face is exactly the same from the smallest aspects. Like so, for such a young actor to be that attuned to himself, his body, I have a lot of respect for him. And when I saw him win that award, I was like, yes, makes sense. He is the strongest feature of a movie that is purely mediocre as far as I'm concerned. But
I remember you were saying,
is flat. And in fact, I think even the general public are putting it at sort of like a meh, like we enjoy the music, but it's not going to be memorable or whatever.
But
And so, surprise, surprise, who wins Best Picture according to the Golden Globes? I think this winner, Bohemian Rhapsody, made a lot of people instantly search, how are winners selected at the Golden Globes? Everyone who's Googling, they're like 90 journalists, which is a very small number, who choose these winners. So it turns out, however, that they felt that Bohemian Rhapsody was the greatest movie we produced in 2018.
Look, those 90 are very influential.
Apparently. They decide the revenue of movies. So like after an Oscar win, your revenue, if you're a tiny movie like Moonlight, will go up 400% between weekends. It's a big deal.
Exactly.
But no, Bohemian Rhapsody did not deserve it. And it's another controversial movie. Like Green Book is the other controversial movie. This is a movie where did you correctly represent the LGBT community in a way that Freddie Mercury's life actually was an icon for?
Yeah.
Probably not. But there were so many better choices than this. BlacKkKlansman was my third favorite movie of the year. If Beale Street Could Talk is directed by Barry Jenkins, the guy who made Moonlight. So you know it's good. It hasn't come to South Africa yet. That's only 2 weeks' time. But don't put too much stock in awards. I think just enjoy the festivities.
Exactly.
How do you compare two pieces of art? It's weird.
It's very tough, man. It's very tough.
And should you? Who cares?
Exactly. But hey, an award's an award.
It's got to be nice to have one. I bet you all these actors are like, oh, who cares, until they go home empty-handed.
Exactly. JP Sebastian, thank you very much, my brother. Really appreciate it, giving you a roundup of all the action that took place at the Golden Globes. We're not done yet. Right now, we're focusing on the fashion.
I feel like we need trumpets to start this segment. Yes, the annual Golden Globes. Yes. Bring forth the start of the awards season that, of course, culminates in the Academy Awards that'll be hitting screens towards the end of February. Now, of course, the awards are there to celebrate all things great in film, in television, in all the worlds of entertainment that we enjoy so much. But they're equally also very well known for the diverse and newsworthy fashion traversing down the infamous red carpet. And here to round up, including the best and the worst dressed of the night, Expresso's very delectable, delicious, talented fashion editor, Nick Strellis!
It's worse than yesterday. Worse than yesterday, but better than all of last December. So I'm hitting like a groove.
Yeah.
All right.
What an intro, delicious.
Hey, yeah, I heard that. I just
I will see you in
That's
the
what I
changing
do.
room.
I agree to everything Kat says. I love it.
You're a follower. You need to be a leader now to be so. You're an Expresso presenter.
Sorry, sir. I've got my leader.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Don't you come here with your treasonary ways.
I'm sorry.
But listen here. I mean, the Golden Globes are known to bring out all the drama. I mean, you must see all these stars when they parade that red carpet. It's an extravaganza.
It is.
How did the people this year fare compared to previous years?
You ready for this?
Yes.
It was average. You like what I did there? You see, I built it up and then I said average.
Why? Tell us.
Listen, there was no drama. Okay, with the exception of Miss Lady Gaga, who was in Valentino Couture, which we'll talk about later, which was an homage to Judy Garland, who played the original character in A Star Is Born in the 1950s. Although when Gaga was questioned on the red carpet, she said, quote, "Did I? Is this the same? I had no idea." If you look at a picture side by side, it is almost identical.
Wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm just saying that. But we didn't have those dramatic moments. Where was Helen Mirren tripping down the, down the stairs? Or why didn't Emma Stone and Emily Blunt make out? Like, where were those moments, Kat? I was waiting. I was like, where is it? But I didn't get it. I didn't get that make out.
Okay.
And I want it.
All right, anyway.
But let's get to the fashion.
Yeah, let's get to the fashion and
That's why
talk
I'm
about
here.
some of our stand-up moments from the red carpet.
Okay.
What do you have?
Listen, let's kick it off with old Hollywood because the OGs, were in attendance. Miss Halle Berry, Julia Roberts, Nicole Kidman, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Where has Catherine Zeta-Jones been?
Wow.
I think she's been at the plastic surgeon, if you know what I mean. Because that face is not moving, but she looks great, right? Okay, but listen, Julia Roberts we haven't seen in a while. She's in Stella McCartney. How do we feel about the trouser?
You know, it's edgy.
It's edgy because it's got a trail, which brings depth and character.
Oh my God, you are a critic. I love it. Nicole Kidman and Michael Kors. Listen, she is my favorite, generally. Oh, sorry. I wasn't here for this, to be honest.
You were not?
It's got this sort of latex finish, which you can't really see in this picture. She's done better. She's done bigger and better in the past.
Okay, might have done better in the past. I just love the confidence it takes to be able to rock that on a red carpet. But
Halle
Berry, hallelujah.
I didn't recognize her at all. I'm just seeing a beautiful Caucasian lady.
Okay, that's the lighting.
Oh.
This ain't no Michael Jackson reboot, to be so. Let's move on. New Hollywood. So we have the OGs. Now let's talk about the newest generation Hollywood. It's the new Hollywood starlets. How funny that they all wore very similar hues. We have Suarez Ronan in Gucci. Kate Mara got a lot of flack for this dress, but I am here for it. Emily Blunt, okay, Emma Stone in Louis Vuitton. She's a Louis Vuitton ambassador, I get it, girl. But Emma, where's Emma? Is she here? Emma, I need better. I need more. She wears the same silhouette, the same hue, it's always the same.
Yeah, of these four
Emma, is she
up on
there?
the screen,
No.
she didn't make it.
Right, what do you think? But how funny that they all wear
the
very
best.
similar silhouettes and also very similar shades.
Yes. It must be trendy at the moment.
Maybe they consulted the same stylist.
Ooh, girl.
You know?
Let's move on from that.
Okay,
Let's go to the leading men.
Okay.
Let's go. Natural transition. Okay, so these are the leading men. We have Bradley Cooper, who I absolutely loved. I'm not normally crazy about a white tuxedo, but I love the black offset with the bow tie. I think it works really well.
The black shoes completely throw me off, though.
Would you prefer white?
I don't know what he could have done differently, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a sense of the entire white.
Yeah, I don't like the white
disjointed.
Black and black, they just throw me off.
Okay, Bradley. Christian Bale as well. I'm not normally a fan on black when it comes to men in tuxedos. I think he actually looks quite sharp here as well. He also won the award, obviously, for Best Actor, was it?
Yeah,
Rami Malek as well here for Bohemian Rhapsody.
That looks great.
Yeah. These weren't the standouts. I just had to throw a couple guys in there. You know, you got to be balanced. But let's get back to the people who really matter. This TV starlets who were in attendance. Miss Taraji P. Henson here.
A fave.
Did you love?
My goodness.
A fave.
Yeah?
She's a force to be reckoned with.
You can feel her energy off the picture. I love it.
Yeah, she is fierce. We have Sandra Oh, who obviously co-hosted as well with Andy Samberg. She won the award for Best Actress in a Television Series Drama. Catherine Brenahan and Claire Voy, wearing very similar dress. Claire Voy's in Miu Miu. But it's funny how some starlets get the same sort of hair, dress, the hue, the tone, silhouette's quite eerily similar there as well.
Yeah. Could have something to do with the theme. If you ever look at the Golden Globe logo at the back, it kind of
blends
pulls you into that. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the all-arounders. These are the women who can act in television, they can act in film.
Oh, yes.
And were we here for it? Maybe not Melissa McCarthy because she's channeling Mr. Dumbledore. This is Dumbledore's long-lost sister, Dumbledorina.
Oh, man.
Dumbledorina. Look at Jamie Lee Curtis coming back with a vengeance here. I think she's about 73 years old. She's got the new hair. That's not a shade. She is 73 years old. That's just a fact. A fact is a fact. Glenn Close as well, who won for Best Actress Drama, beating Lady Gaga. How do we feel about that? Gaga shut out.
Ew. I mean, and she had a stunning performance. People have been raving about
These
it.
people look amazing, but who were the worst and best of the night?
I think Dumbledore.
Listen, let's take my worst. Dumbledore, don't. I love Dumbledore. Okay, listen. Elizabeth Moss, Deborah Messing, Anne Hathaway, Billy Porter. Listen, Elizabeth Moss, done. She wears the same carbon copy of the same dress in every award show. Deborah Messing putting on every single thing she absolutely owns in the world. On and on. Anne Hathaway, she just got a new stylist. I would fire her or him. For it. Just like, and Billy Porter, I mean, this is pure theatrics.
That is ridiculous, Billy Porter. I'm sorry. That is the look you rock when you go to the funeral of someone who owes you money.
What do you mean? How many of those have you been to?
What are you talking about?
I'm here. My worst dress.
my funds. That's shocking.
My worst dress was Amber Heard, though, which I don't know if we're going to go her picture, but Amber Heard, who is in a bridal designer from America. This look just doesn't fit proportionally. It's off. Bird's nest hair, and I love birds. I'm a big fan, but not on someone's head.
Yeah.
Best dress. Let's kick my best dress. I have so many best dresses. I can't even get to them. Lady Gaga, Valentino, Emmy Rossum, John Krasinski. I think looked absolutely dapper.
That's a stunner.
How stunning. Elizabeth Shue from Crazy Rich Asians. She looked absolutely stunning. Get more. Oh my God, I am here for Rosamund Pike and Givenchy Couture. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. Regina Hall, who won as well. Oh my God, Timothy Chalamet. Timothy, call me girl, boy. Beautiful. I'm here for you.
He is the new Leonardo DiCaprio.
But my best dress, yes, we don't have time for that to be so great. Go, best dress.
Okay.
Charlize Theron in Dior and Tandy Newton in Michael Kors.
They did the
South
things
Africa.
that make the pots to be done. Thank you so much.
Wow, Nick, thank you.
Guys, I'm tired.
So much red carpet fashion to look forward to as we've only just begun with the 2019 awards season coverage. But for now, head on over to our Expresso Facebook page to cast your vote for the best dressed of the night. Thank you, Nick. You're amazing.
Thank you. Great and delicious.
Explore world of members-only experiences you'll love. Sign up to Marriott International's award-winning loyalty program, Marriott Rewards, and be rewarded for your loyalty by enjoying endless experiences at over 29 unique global brands and over 6,700 distinctive properties in 130 countries. Sign up today at members.marriott.com and enjoy endless experiences.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now, it's that time of the year. We know that every year at this time, we all say to ourselves, this year I'm going to be sticking to these new things. I'm going to be sticking to my New Year's resolutions. A week later, we're elbow deep in a packet of chips, drinking out of a 2-liter with a straw. So we thought, let's come with some New Year's resolutions that actually are simple enough that we can actually stick to, but will greatly improve our lives.
Are you already there at that week later phase?
No. Oh, I'm definitely like right at the top. Like I have a 6-pack by next week, because yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so here are some pretty simple ones, and this is one that I'm actually looking to implement myself. Get up immediately when your alarm goes off, because getting out of bed, of course, one of the hardest parts of waking up in the day. If you force yourself to do so as soon as the alarm goes off, you'll notice how quickly you actually wake up, and it'll become a habit. And we were talking about it during the ad break right now, that instead of setting 3 alarms and, or snoozing until the very last time your phone snoozes, rather set that one alarm and sleep longer. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be snoozing for a half an hour, set your alarm for a half an hour later so that you sleep for a half an hour longer.
Or you go to bed half an hour earlier so that you still get those hours of yours.
That's an hour that you're gaining. But as soon as it goes off, get out of bed. Just get out. And once you're done, you're done. You'll see.
Okay, all right. Then when it comes to food and a healthy living, I suppose replacing those sugary drinks with sparkling water, right?
Would you like to? Are you asking me whether that's a suggestion or are you saying it as a fact?
Well, you know, we know that, yeah, so if you have... just give them this tip.
You know what?
Because actually, I don't know if I can stick to it.
Shall I do that? Okay, well, I'll tell you all about it. So we know that sugary drinks are the unhealthy option, right? There's a lot of useless calories that you get like in a can of soda. So if you have one per day for a whole year, you'll actually end up consuming some 51,100 calories if you add it up. Shocking fact, right? So sparkling water can give you the same fizzy experience without the health risk.
Okay.
And then if you want, maybe add some lemons to it. Add some strawberries to it, because it gives like that tinge of flavor. And if you wean yourself off of sugar for long enough, you'll actually realize you start appreciating the actual taste of stuff.
All right. Yeah. Okay, then a to-do list, all right? Start a to-do list. When you know you have a bunch of things to get done, write them down on and get a list going. Studies have shown that people who keep lists are less anxious and get so much more done in a day on average.
And there's nothing more amazing than when you do tick off that to-do list and you go, boom, that's done, boom, that's done.
So
every single time you do that,
it's so fulfilling.
It re-energizes you. Another tip to use moisturizer with SPF, especially on your face. Okay, because you probably do already moisturize your face, but make sure that the cream that you use has a sun protection factor, or SPF, even if it is winter, because it's important to protect your skin from the sun. 78-year-old you says, thank you.
Thank you very
now. In the future. Now, thank you.
Okay. Now, think about this one. And, like, you better start complimenting someone every day, okay? You'll be surprised how far a simple compliment goes. Tell them they've dressed nicely today.
You've dressed
Congratulate
well today,
a colleague on a job well done.
Well done, Tubbsy.
You'll find that after a few months, yes, thanks so much for that, that the people tend to like you more and think that you're a pleasant person. So when you bump into like someone, like if you see me walking down Main Road, you say, hey, you're so sexy. Great job on Expresso, something like that.
Do you like me more now as a result of these compliments I've just given you?
Yeah, you look very nice in your suit today.
Thank you very much. All right, here's another tip for you. Hey, this is important, guys. As a common courtesy, please brush your teeth, especially in the morning and before bed. Before bed, cool. You could be iffy about that if you want to, but essentially for your oral health, twice a day is good. But in the morning, it's so important because it's easy to get lazy and only brush your teeth, maybe let's say in the morning on the way to work. But the bacteria in your mouth takes about 24 hours to mature. So brushing once a day really isn't good enough. And give those little buggers some time, you know, just and then a bit of floss as well.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of, you know.
Listerine.
Just before you say hi to somebody at work, just
All right. Well, then also this one, I've got to do this myself, making your bed. It sounds like something your parents drummed in your ears as a child, but you'd be surprised how many people actually don't take the time to make their beds in the morning. It's the quickest and the most simple way to start your day on a positive note. A study involving 68,000 people actually revealed that those who made their bed daily were happier on average, more likely to enjoy their jobs and exercise regularly.
You didn't sound like you believed that. But those are some tips for you to, you know, simpler resolutions that are more applicable to daily life that could help you to greatly improve your life at the end of the year. Imagine if you just did all of those. I think you'd have had a very, very good year. Ewan, what do you think? Yeah.
Listen, man, I think one more that I can add is learn to make healthy snacks, because snacking, we know it, we always reach for those kind of carb-filled and sugary-filled snacks throughout the course of the day, but by learning to make something from scratch at home, which is really easy, I mean, it could be one of your New Year's resolutions. So we have chef and food blogger Zora back with us this morning. She made the most delicious pumpkin protein pancakes early on, and I had everything.
Finished it, that was your breakfast.
I probably had 5 too many. It was that good.
But they're healthy, so it's okay.
Exactly, they were good.
Yeah.
But now, something for the snackers.
Something for snackers, yes. It's actually really good for children as well, for lunchbox treats, work treats, everything.
So it's a homemade, no-bake granola bar.
Granola bar, yes. So we're going to be starting off with our dry ingredients, and then we're going to melt our wet, and then just basically put it in the fridge for about half an hour.
So the fridge, you don't bake it, it sets nicely.
That's it,
I love it. So take us through. What do
So
we
we're
need?
going to put some rolled oats, gluten-free, and then we're going to add some flaked almonds.
Okay.
And some sesame seeds and dried cranberries.
Yes. So you can, of course,
All
if
of
you're not
these
a
things.
fan of the fruitiness in there, like your cranberries
Yeah.
and raisins, you can leave it out.
You
right?
can leave them out, yes,
Yeah.
you can. Just adds like a nice texture
Yes,
when you
yes,
bite
yes.
into it. And then lastly, our pumpkin seeds.
That's
so
it.
could you just mix that for
Yeah,
us?
absolutely.
And then I'm going to add all our wet and let that melt down. So we've got almond butter, honey, and a bit of coconut oil.
All right.
So we're just going to put
Oh,
all
man,
of
I know
that
the
in.
almond butter, such a beautiful flavour
It is,
as well.
it's so rich and it's so healthy.
It's going to be delicious. Now, if you want to get your hands on the recipe, very easy. The keyword is snack. SMS that to 33728. That's snack to 33728. So everything goes in. You kind of just heat it through a little bit.
That's literally what you do. And then you combine it nicely and just line your dish with parchment paper like we just did.
Okay. Are we going to combine
And
everything into the big bowl? I
Into
think?
the big bowl, yes.
That might be a good idea. Can I
that
throw
one
it in
goes
there?
Throw it in. This is already done.
And look how beautiful that looks. Your nice little
And now
mixture.
you're going to mix this
Clean this
all
up
for
here.
me. And there we go.
Just like that.
That is actually it. And the best thing is you don't have to bake anything.
That's the
so
thing.
it just sits in the fridge for a few minutes and then you're done.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
I usually take about half an hour. So it's all set through, press it in nicely, and
Yeah.
then you can chop it up. And it keeps for about like 2 to 3 weeks. So you've got it for quite a while. Though
That's
mine
it.
don't last that long. It lasts for like 3 days and then it's done
Exactly.
completely.
But it's a great one
It is
to
a
pack in
great
for that
recipe.
mid-morning
Yes,
snack.
exactly.
So this just goes into here.
Goes in here.
Let's get that nicely in there.
See, it's so simple and it doesn't really take long. So when
That was
people are
super,
like, it's
super
hard to be
quick.
healthy, I'm like, you can. It's not that difficult.
So you
It's
kind
a
of
quick
just now
recipe.
start
And you just press it in.
pressing it down.
Depending on the thickness,
Yeah.
just depends on your tin.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
other than that, you see, that's it.
And you leave that in the fridge.
And I just leave it in the fridge.
Just like that.
And then we're finished.
All right,
It's
well, the keyword is
easiest
snack. SMS that to 33728. This really was such an easy recipe. Let me taste one of these guys over here.
And you can see the textures coming through of everything. And you've got some chia seeds, which is our protein. So, ready to
I
go.
love the crispiness of the
puffs.
puffed rice. Yeah,
That's great.
beautiful. Thank you very much.
All right, great,
The
thank you.
keyword snack is that to 33728. We want to get your hand on this recipe. It will be on our website as well, expressoshow.com.
So most people around the country right now have gotten back to work yesterday, which means that the holidays and overindulging are well and truly over. Yes, accept it, it is a thing. Drinking is something that, of course, can ramp up during the festive season break, and the Dry January Challenge is an annual fundraiser run by World Without Wine, and it offers tips and tools needed to put that bottle down. And here to share more with us on that is World Without Wine founder Janet Gourand. Very, very good to have you here. Good morning, Janet.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. And you look fantastic, by the way. Let's talk about this. I mean, this is the 4th annual Dry January Challenge.
Our 4th year.
How has the participation grown, and where did the idea come from initially?
The idea came from when I met the founders of Earthchild about 4 or 5 years ago, that we used to go to the same yoga studio. I got to know these guys and they told me what they did, which sounded awesome. And then I went out to a school in Kalitra and watched one of their yoga classes, because they run yoga classes for children in Kalitra and Lavender Hill.
Yes.
So I went to watch a class. I was just blown away by these children and how much they seem to be getting out of it, you know, because they have quite hectic lives and they were just getting some peace and connection, looking after their bodies. It was beautiful to watch. So, you know, I contributed as an individual, but then in 2015, when I founded World Without Wine, I thought, now I've got a chance to do something to raise money for these guys.
Oh,
so I
fantastic.
decided every year I would do a Dry January Challenge.
Yeah. And how's the participation been over the years? Have people taken to this idea and actually
Amazingly,
executed? Yes?
Yes. The first year it was a struggle to get to our target, which was 30,000 rand, but we made it.
Yes.
Next year we got 36, and last year was amazing. We got 56,000. So we have a target of 50,000 this year. We're already at 26.
That's fantastic.
But people can sign up any time during January, so I'm quite hopeful we'll get to 50 again at least.
And have you had people coming back to you after taking the challenge and donating and then saying, but these have been the benefits that I've experienced from putting the bottle down for a month? What have they shared with you?
Yes, you know, the benefits are huge. I could talk all morning, but I'll just pick a few. The first benefit really is that it gives you a chance to test your dependence, because alcohol is sneaky. You know, over the years, some of us, I certainly did, become hooked. So if you do a dry January and it's a breeze, if it's easy for you, then fabulous, you know, well done. But if it's difficult, or even worse, if you're listening to this and thinking, no, I couldn't do a dry January, then it's time to think about that and make some changes.
Yeah, and of course, the weight loss factor that comes with it, you can probably sleep better and as a result have more energy at the end of the day. There's so many. I mean, as we were talking to Dr. Darren Green about making healthy lifestyle choices, these are among some of them that we're trying to kind of bring into our lives. So, if I want to be part of this community of people that are making a positive difference, not only to their own lives by taking the Dry January Challenge, but also to the lives of you know, everyone at Earthchild as well. How do I become part of it?
Go to worldwithoutwine.com, our website. You'll see an annual fundraiser on the homepage. Just click there, make a donation. 250 rands sponsors a child for a whole year of yoga classes. You can, of course, sponsor more than one child if you wish, but 200 will achieve that. And then we send you a daily email, which will give you tips, tools, strategies to get you through. And also we'll invite you to our private Facebook group, where you'll find all the other challenges. You know, so people are talking to each other, posting stuff, and there's a really nice vibe going on.
And for somebody who might be watching this and going, why would I want to sponsor a child's yoga classes for a year when they have so many other challenges to deal with? What would you say?
That's an excellent question, and one that I get asked a lot. And I would say that you can give a child books, shoes, whatever, but it's a bit temporary. You know, in a year down the line, they'll need more books, more shoes. But if you give somebody yoga, then it's a lifetime gift. And we've seen for ourselves, these children, how they benefit. Their teachers report back that they concentrate better. Their leadership skills are improved. One of the beautiful things about this project is that some of the children, it's been going 14 years, some of the little children that started in the first year, they're now yoga teachers themselves for the project. It's a beautiful, sustainable project, and we love it.
Fantastic. Janet, thank you very much for bringing us this feel-good news. We really do appreciate it, and good luck with the fourth annual one. So go ahead and kickstart 2019's journey to sober and healthy living this January. So once you have your donation amount from money saved by not drinking, which obviously you will be as well, then search World Without Wine on giveandgain.com to donate to the Dry January Challenge, and you will also be joining that community that'll help you with making a positive lifestyle change and making those choices that help feed into your life. And for more information on World Without Wine, you can visit their website, worldwithoutwine.com. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you after this.
Is it a sound check now? Laat die mense maar praat. Hulle sal niks verstaan nie. My DNA het my haast steeds geneem. Maar die dag toe jy praat, het die stemme my kop so stil geraak. So laat Melkbos praat, laat hulle praat, laat die mense maar praat. Laat die mense maar praat, my lief.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Tuesday feel-good session right here on your feel-good breakfast show. The time now, almost the end of the show. Luckily, one more performance from Noah Milan, who's been entertaining us this morning. Wonderful music. Listen, what can we expect from you in the future? What are you doing this year?
Apart from marrying you.
Apart from that?
Apart from marrying you, look, the album is coming out in mid-year.
Yeah.
With some Afrikaans and some English music.
Excellent.
Because as much as I love Afrikaans, English is also, you know, that blues vibe.
Yes.
So when I do the English and John Mayer hears, then he's going to do an amazing solo on my guitar.
Yes, and then of course you're going to get married to him and you have beautiful blues kids. That's going to be amazing. Looking forward to that. Follow at Noah Milan Music on social media. The last song you're performing for us is called?
It's called Laat die mense maar praat. It's a bit controversial. Yes.
We love it. Take it away. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Katlego.
Skielik is alles swart. Skielik val ek slaap. So ek vloek op die son. Ek verwelkom die maan. Jesus maak nie foute nie. Troos my maar. Oh, my ma. Jesus maak nie foute nie. Breek my pa. Ek is 14 met vra. Laat die mense maar praat. Hulle sal niks verstaan nie. My DNA het my hostage geneem. Maar die dag toe jy praat, het die stemme in my kop so stil geraak. So laat hulle praat, laat hulle praat.
Cheers, guys.
Laat
Good
die
Tuesday. See you
mense
tomorrow.
maar praat.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.